Joining us now is Dr. Tatiana Vakhitova. Doctor,
Hello.
thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Okay, you are going to be involved heavily in sustainability principles here at this meeting. There's a tutorial that you will be speaking at, and also the professional development.
Yep.
First of all, before we talk about those specific things, the why in sustainability, why should researchers be thinking sustainability as they conduct their work?
Yeah, thank you very much for this question. I think that we all know that there is a huge resource pressure in the world and the population is growing, right? So how to find the solutions to really meet the demands of developing and developed nations? Mm-hmm. How to find the solutions and how to approach these issues, right? So this issue is very complex, and we need to have something simple to analyze it and to make sure that we actually can meet these demands, mm-hmm. or maybe not.
So you mentioned simplifying because having researchers have put sustainability into their minds as they're conducting their work can be a bit complex. So how do you teach simplification of sustainability?
Yeah, so I'm working grant design, and we developed different resources to help support teaching in materials design and engineering, and specifically I'm working in the sustainability part. So what we have been approaching, how they have approached this subject, we developed methodology, and it's lots based on the work of Professor Ashby. Mm-hmm. And this methodology allows to treat the complex issues in a more direct and simple way. So what it does, at the end you have a more informed opinion about the issues of sustainability, right? So there are many ways how different political parties, NGOs, and various actors propose sustainable solutions, or maybe how we can better address these solutions, whether these are really good solutions or maybe we don't have enough resources to bring these solutions to conclusion, right?
I see. Let's talk about the professional development, incorporating sustainability principles into your research. What are some of the principles that researchers should be taking into consideration?
Right, so if we just think about the main principles of sustainability, it's environment, it's society, it's financial aspects, right? So we need to integrate all of these ideas ideally in the world of the researcher who may be thinking about particular specific material which maybe in laboratory conditions wouldn't make that huge impact initially, but what it does when it gets out of the laboratory, right? What would be the scale of impact and how it affects environment, society, and also maybe disturbance of markets. So there are many aspects which you need to consider when you actually work on your, maybe for you, seemingly a very specific, detailed aspect in the research.
Sure. You and your colleagues regarding sustainability are very popular here in the spring meeting because this is one of the major themes here, sustainability in the spring meeting, correct?
Yes, so there are many different events and they really support their outreach in relation to sustainability thinking here. So why we have been invited? I think Granta has developed lots of interesting things in this area, and for materials education it's been for 20 years, more than 20 years, started in Cambridge University in the UK, and developed lots of interesting teaching resources and ideas in this regard, with I think about 1,000 universities now using it.
Mm-hmm. Lastly, what are some of the things, since you're an expert in this field, would you like to see moving forward when you're talking about sustainability-minded research?
What I really like to see when people actually starting to ask questions and starting to think broadly, because I had we run different workshops with academics around the world, and I had my colleague who is a researcher, materials researcher, who came to this workshop and was actually impressed that he was a bit worried and afraid, like, how can I contribute? But actually he really put himself in a better light when he was there. He enjoyed it, he explored new things and perspectives on his research. So I would like to see people opening their minds and actually thinking broadly about the impact of what they're doing now.
Nicely said. Dr. Vakhitova, thank you so much.
Thank
we appreciate
you
joining
much.
us.
Great, fantastic, thank you.